Hello and welcome back to Nomad Overland. My name is Ben. Thank you so much for being here. This is video number 2 in our series on the CFX5 55IM. And if you haven't watched the first video, go check that out because that's the unboxing and it gives you a sense of what is actually in the box when you first receive it. But today, what I want to do very quickly is kind of go through how to set up your refrigeration system for the first time. And this is, of course, more specific to the CFX5, but I think there are things here that even if you don't have one of these, I think it will be valuable to you, is what I'm saying. Even if you have a different type of refrigerator system in your vehicle. So the first thing that you want to kind of understand is your power. So the first thing that we need to understand about the CFX5 is that it's going to come with 2 power adapters. Now, this one right here is a 240 volt because I live in Korea and this is the standard that they use. If you're in North America or Japan, for example, and you have one of these, you'd be using a 110. Okay, so don't worry about the way this looks. Wherever you are, it will come obviously with the cable that you need. Okay. So that's this one here. The second one, this is your 12 volt DC. Now this is going to go into a cigarette adapter. It can go into a rechargeable battery as well because they have those. So this is the second cable that you're going to need. Now, before we even put this into the vehicle for the trip that we are doing, we're going to want to plug it in. We're going to want to cool the refrigerator down before we load it into the vehicle. The reason why we do this is because when we put everything inside, we start cooling it down. It's not going to utilize any electrical system in the vehicle. You can cool it down, get it to a nice temperature, take the fridge, put it in your vehicle, plug it in using your DC charger, and then that will help to keep the cool rather than trying to cool down. Cooling down takes a lot more, and it's much better if you cool the system down using a wall mount rather than your battery or your vehicle itself. Now, the second thing is, where do you want to put this in your overland rig? Regardless of what vehicle you have, what you want to do is you want to maintain a certain amount of distance between the fan areas and anything else. You want to leave space. It's usually recommended about 5 to 10 centimeters around the exhaust ports, I guess you could say, of the Dometic. That way the heat escapes without having to be impeded, and that could create heating and cooling problems for your system. So you want to make sure that wherever you place it, you're going to want to have it set up in a way that allows the heat to dissipate. Okay, so that's the first big thing that you're going to want to know. The third thing that you're going to want to kind of sort out is, where are you going to plug it in? When you get to base camp, you're probably going to be using a battery. Maybe you have a solar panel that is attached to keep everything cool. Great, awesome. I don't have that yet, but it's something that I do want to work toward. But in the vehicle itself, obviously you're going to want to use your DC charger in order to keep the refrigerator cool. I have not undone this before, so there we go. Let's see how long this is. It gives you an idea of how long the cable is. So this cable is about, the one that came in the kit, this is probably about 1.5 meters. So if you have to run this cable to the front of your vehicle because you don't have anything in the back, you're going to need to have some type of an extension cable in order to do that. Now, you're not going to be able to have an extension with this piece here because this is what is actually going to go into the side of the fridge itself. So this is a proprietary plug. You're not going to be able to plug this into a regular extension cord. So you are going to need to have some kind of system set up with this. So now that we have those basic things set up, the next thing we're going to do is power it on. And that is our next video. Right here. Stay tuned, everybody.